Hi everyone, it's Dr. Greg with Trinity Rehab in Wyckoff, New Jersey, and welcome back to another episode of Mobility Mondays. Today we're going to be talking about the neck. Okay, so similar to the thoracic spine or the mid-back that we covered in the previous episode, a lot of issues we see at the neck are related to posture. So we previously spoke about how excessive screen time with the phones, the computer, the TV, right? We tend to kind of collapse. So we have a rounded over position at the mid-back. And then to compensate for that, we get this hyperextension of the neck with a little bit of a forward head or jutting forward position. Okay, and what that does is that shortens and tightens or stiffens all this tissue in the back. Okay, so that's what we're going to be covering today. So now again, in previous episodes, we talked about making your own peanut, which here is essentially just two tennis balls duct taped together. So let's start with this as our level one, our introduction. So I'm actually going to lay down with this. I'm going to position the peanut right at the base of the skull where you feel that ridge on the back of your head. Okay, and again, that divot or gutter in the peanut is going to line up and fit right along the ridge that you feel on the spine. Okay, now I would recommend not using a pillow because then the cushion of the pillow will take away from the pressure point release you get from the peanut, and it will also force your neck up into too much flexion. So do it on your bed, no pillow, or maybe even do it on the floor. Again, I'm going to position my peanut at the ridge of the skull, get that divot or gutter lined up. All right, and you can honestly, you just lie here just for a couple minutes. Okay, let the weight of your head sink into the peanut. Focus on your deep breathing at a really slow, controlled pace. All right, maybe upward of 5 minutes, just until you start to feel the tension relax. Okay, bonus tip on that is progress the density of what you're using. So again, that peanut that I had were two tennis balls duct taped together. Then you could make your own peanut using two lacrosse balls, okay, which is essentially what I have here. All right, same density as a lacrosse ball, it's just cut in half, so I have a nice flat surface. But again, I'm gonna lie down, I'm gonna position these so that this divot or gutter lines up with the ridge of my spine, and the pressure point knobs will fit right along the ridge that you feel on the back of the skull. All right, and again, we're just focusing on letting as much weight of your head sink into that as possible, and nice deep breathing. Okay, now that we released some of the tension in that tissue, let's focus on stretching it. So our level 2 or intermediate, okay, would again be working on stretching or lengthening all this shortened tissue back here from this collapsed posture. So from a side view, what we're going to do is take one hand using the webbing here between the index and thumb. You're going to line that up right along the chin. All right, then your other hand, using the webbing between your thumb and index finger, is going to come up behind the head. Now, essentially what I'm doing is using my hands to provide this nodding motion where my bottom hand is gently pushing down on the chin and my top hand is actually pulling up like a lift on the back of my skull, again, to get a stretch and elongate all of this tissue. All right, this is great for those of you who are working desk jobs and are stuck at the computer for long periods of time. About every hour you can do these as a reset, and prevent all those tissues from getting too tight or too stiff. Okay, and then bonus tip, as we discussed in some other videos, is make it three-dimensional. So all the muscles and ligaments on the back of the neck don't only track front to back, there's a lot of diagonals and fanning out to the side. Okay, so from a view here, I can pull forward and then rotate down to the opposite pocket, all right, to get this back corner here. And then I can repeat the same thing on the other side. All right, remember sitting up nice and tall, lifting from the back of the skull. Okay, and then lastly, now that we're in the right position and we have everything lengthened, we want to work on these bigger neck muscles out to the side that a lot of us get tons of tension in. We hold our stress there. Again, if you're working long hours at a desk job or on the computer, right, and we tend to kind of be in this shrugged position with the arms on the chair, keyboard use, mouse use, even some of us are holding our phones kind of scrunched between the ear and the shoulder. We need to relax all that, okay? So our level 3 or advanced position would be comfortably place the hand behind the back, as long as you have the shoulder range of motion to do it. If you can't get your arm behind the back for other reasons, then you can just have the arm by the side, but you'll feel the stretch more if you can be here. We'll reach up and across, and then I'm gently pulling my ear to shoulder. Okay, so from behind, again, my hand is just gently placed behind the back, reach up and across, gently pull to the side. Okay, now your bonus tip would be to actually stretch with weight. So I have a little weighted kettlebell here. Okay, so in the first stretch, I was only stretching the neck on my shoulder girdle, but now the weight, I could let that kind of pull or sag the shoulder girdle down so it's already lengthened, and then I can pull and add an additional stretch. So I'm kind of lengthening from two ends now instead of just one. Okay, that wraps it up for our neck series. If you or anybody you know are struggling with neck pain, tension headaches, you'd like to improve your posture or even learn about how to set up your workstation better, please give us a call on the number you see on your screen, or you can visit our website and schedule a free consultation. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.